Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel, and in this video I'm going to talk about making your own homemade apple cider vinegar. Now the reason I have this going is because we have a workshop coming up. It's all about apples, and I've had to do a bunch of apple stuff. I've been dehydrating apples. Like, I got all these apples because I'm going to make a pie with dehydrated apples. I've got the fruit leathers. I've made a bunch of those. But when you do this stuff, you have a lot of leftover apple things like peels and cores and whatnot. And I'm going to talk to you about using those as kind of an in-between. Like, you would normally take these and hopefully compost it or feed it to your chickens. But this is kind of a thing you can do in between to get yet another use out of the apple pieces. So I should have shown you this when I did it, and I didn't think about it until now. So I'm just going to catch you up. So basically, making homemade apple cider vinegar is super simple, and I want to start right now so I don't forget to tell you, this is not vinegar that you would use in any canning recipe, because there is no way to determine the percentage of acidity in this vinegar. You don't know if it's 5%, so just keep this for the things you would use for, number one, cleaning. It's great for cleaning, just like any vinegar. Things like your salad dressings, things added to a recipe, that kind of stuff, but certainly never in canning. Okay, now, it's super simple to do. I will show you how I've done this. So, basically you take your apple bits, your peels, your cores, whatever, and you fill a jar. You can do a pint, you can do a quart, doesn't matter. You just fill it about 3/4 full, and then you make a mixture of water. Do not use tap water that's got chlorine in it. You'll want to use bottled water, purified water, drinking water. You can even take water and boil it, let it come to room temperature and use it. Or you can just take a big old thing of water from your tap and let it sit out for like 24 hours so all of those chemicals can disperse, and then you can use that water. That's my least favorite thing to do. Anyway, so you put the apple bits in there, and then you take that water, and for each cup of water you add 1 tablespoon of sugar. Mix it up really well, and you can do this in increments. If you're not sure how much water to put in there, just do it, do another one, mix it in there until you get all of those apple pieces submerged in water. They have to be below the water line. Then you just cover it, like I've got my little cover here, and you let it go for like 2 to 3 weeks. Then you're going to strain this all off, and this is where I'm going to catch you guys up, because I'll bring you back to when I strain it off. So you strain it, and then you just take the liquid and let it sit out for like another 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, and lo and behold, you have created your own apple cider vinegar. Now when you strain these bits off, you want to take that, either feed it to your chickens or your farm animals, whatever, or put it in your compost. So that's kind of a cool extra way to use food waste to get an even other use out of it. So I'm going to show you. For this jar, I have been struggling trying to find something that would hold things down, because this is a square jar and it's hard to get things in there. But I have those silicone things that go over the top of a bowl. And all I did was take one that's a little bit bigger, and I cut in the sides, all 4 sides like this, so they kind of fold up, and I can push it down in there to hold everything under the liquid, brine kind of thing. But I want you to see, you see the bubbling that's happening? You can see that. So see there? Now you can come in, I'm not really going to mess with it because this is holding it all down. I'll keep an eye on it, but you could come in every day if you wanted to and kind of stir it up and stuff, but it's activated, so it's doing its thing. I don't really feel like I need to, but it's looking good. I think it's kind of a mixture of some, I think it was Gala and Granny Smith apples is what I was using. But then you want to look, now I've got a couple little bits on the top. You can see in there some little floaters. And so what I'm going to do with that is, got one of these long spoons you get if you go to like Dairy Queen. And I'm just going to use that to scoop them out, because you don't want to use metal, because metal will not make it happy. And I'm going to scoop these guys out real quick, because I want to keep everything above the liquid line. I don't want to keep anything in there. And you're going to see all these little foamy bubbles, and that's kind of cool. But those little bubbles will help work some of these little bits out. So every day or so I'm going to come in here and check. Oh, this guy does not want to get caught. Anyway, every day I'm going to come in here and check and get things like this out of there. See that little bit? Just to keep it pure. So there we go. Now, another thing I do when I use a bale top jar is I flip this up, because ultimately I'm going to put the cloth on, but then this kind of holds that up a little bit too, so kind of a good idea. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you the last trick that I use. I have actually put on my calendar the 3-week date for me to come in here and strain it, and that I will do for you, a different video. But I also have on here, there we go, I have written on here that I have one tablespoon of sugar for each cup of water, strain at 3 weeks, and I have the date, and then let set for 3 or 4 weeks more, the liquid. So there I go. There is, see that? That is going to be homemade apple cider vinegar, and I hope you guys give this a try, because I think it's awesome to use up scraps and find yet another way to use food waste. And talk about how cool is that? 3 things you can do with apples. Make a product, make vinegar, and feed or compost. Pretty cool. All right, I'll catch you up next time. The next video will be when I strain it, and we'll check it out and see how it goes. So, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.